The terminal was gripped by a tense, uneasy silence, broken only by the distant hum of fluorescent lights overhead. Outside, the Alaskan sky loomed heavy and gray, mountains standing guard like silent sentinels as a cold wind whipped across the tarmac. Inside, the usual airport bustle had vanished, no boarding calls, no rolling suitcases, just the echo of footsteps on polished floors. Families huddled together, clutching their bags and each other, their voices hushed and trembling. Security officers moved with urgent purpose, radios pressed to their ears, eyes scanning every shadow. Every glance darted nervously, searching for answers. What's happening? Why had everything stopped so suddenly? Outside, emergency lights painted the night in frantic reds and blues, while the crackle of radios and the distant wail of sirens hinted at chaos just beyond the glass. Travelers sat rigid in their seats, hands gripping armrests, eyes fixed on the departure boards that now displayed only delays and cancellations. Time seemed to stretch, each minute thick with dread. The security checkpoint, usually a place of routine, now felt like a barrier between safety and the unknown. Tension hung in the air, so thick it was almost suffocating. K-9 units swept the area, their handlers tense, every movement deliberate. The seriousness of the threat was unmistakable in their focused expressions. Rumors spread like wildfire, whispered from one anxious traveler to the next, filling the void left by official silence. Every new theory seemed more alarming than the last. The only sounds, an occasional child sob, the sharp bark of a command from an official, and the low murmur of fear, echoed through the terminal as staff tried desperately to maintain order amid the growing panic. Hands trembled over boarding passes, and even the most seasoned staff wore worry etched deep into their faces. In those first moments, the airport was transformed, a place of transit, now a fortress under siege. Airport anxiety in Alaska isn't just a feeling. It's rooted in a series of real, unsettling events that have left a lasting mark on travelers and staff alike. In May 2022, Fairbanks International Airport was thrust into chaos when a bomb threat forced a full evacuation and immediate lockdown. The threat was taken seriously from the very first moment, and the airport's calm was shattered as alarms sounded and travelers were rushed outside. Law enforcement and bomb squads swept every corner of the terminal, searching for any sign of danger. Flights were grounded, runways were closed, and hundreds of people found their plans upended in an instant, their safety suddenly uncertain. The incident put emergency protocols to the ultimate test, revealing just how a single phone call could paralyze the entire state's travel network and disrupt countless lives. Just over a year later, in December 2023, a passenger's ill-timed bomb joke triggered another full-scale evacuation. The response was swift and uncompromising, proving that intent is irrelevant when it comes to public safety. Every threat is treated as real. Thankfully, both incidents ended without physical harm, thanks to the quick thinking and coordinated action of airport staff and law enforcement officers who worked tirelessly to keep everyone safe. Yet, even though no one was injured, the psychological scars lingered. Passengers and employees alike were left shaken, their sense of security deeply rattled. These frightening episodes quickly became the seeds for future rumors, fueling a narrative of ongoing danger and uncertainty that spread far beyond the airport walls. The pattern was unmistakable. Even a careless joke could unleash chaos, delay flights, and disrupt the lives of hundreds. Each event served as a stark reminder of the need for constant vigilance, reinforcing strict security measures and keeping everyone on edge. The system had worked as intended, but the memory of fear and uncertainty lingered long after the all-clear was given. News headlines and live reports kept the incidents fresh in the public's mind, setting the stage for the rumors and anxieties that would soon follow. Alaska's airports had become powerful symbols, places where vulnerability and resilience coexist, and where every traveler carries the memory of what can happen when threats become all too real. Not all threats come from outside the plane. In October 2023, off-duty pilot Joseph Emerson, riding in the jump seat of an Alaska Airlines flight, allegedly tried to shut down the engines mid-air. The crew acted fast, subduing Emerson and diverting the plane safely. Passengers were unaware of the crisis unfolding in the cockpit. The incident raised urgent questions about pilot mental health and insider threats. It showed that security isn't just about screening passengers, it's about the crew too. Though the flight didn't start or end in Alaska, the airline's name made the story hit home. Combined with bomb threats, this event deepened public unease. Alaska's aviation world seemed under siege, fueling fear and misinformation. When a threat is detected, airports follow a strict practiced protocol. First, The area is contained, no one in or out. Passengers are evacuated to safe zones, often leaving belongings behind. Specialized teams, bomb squads, K-9 units sweep the area. Operations freeze, flights are held, schedules disrupted. Only after a thorough search is the all-clear given and normalcy restored. The process is slow but deliberate, prioritizing safety above all. Alaska's recent incidents followed this playbook, proving the system's effectiveness. Disruption is inevitable, but the goal is always to prevent harm. These responses show that while threats are real, so is the preparedness. In August 2025, a wave of rumors has swept across Alaska, sparking widespread concern about a supposed unprecedented shutdown of every airport in the state. Whispers of a looming crisis have left travelers and residents on edge, as speculation grows about what could possibly cause such a dramatic event. Social media is ablaze with stories of chaos erupting at terminals, military jets suddenly appearing on runways, and emergency vehicles racing to respond. Some even claim a national security alert has been secretly declared, fueling anxiety and confusion. But the truth is far less sensational. These viral tales are mostly fiction, wild exaggerations that twist and amplify fragments of past events, turning isolated incidents into a single imagined catastrophe. Yes, Alaska did face real bomb threats in 2022 and 2023, and there was a frightening cockpit scare. However, each of these incidents was handled swiftly and professionally, and none led to a statewide emergency. The 2025 rumors cleverly blend these separate events, creating the illusion of a massive, coordinated crisis that never actually happened. In reality, no official agency, local, state, or federal, has reported any kind of statewide airport closure or issued a national security alert related to Alaska's airports. Most of the alarming stories circulating online lack credible sources. They rely on hearsay, speculation, and unverified claims, making it difficult for the public to separate fact from fiction. While the fear and anxiety among travelers are very real, the so-called 2025 super incident is nothing more than a myth fueled by misinformation and viral posts. In today's age of instant information, dramatic headlines and rumors can spread faster than ever, often without any context or verification, making it easy for panic to take hold. The memory of past scares has primed people to expect the worst, making them more susceptible to believing these exaggerated stories. That's why it's more important than ever to check the facts, rely on official sources, and avoid spreading panic based on rumors. Staying informed and skeptical is the best way to keep fear in check and ensure the truth prevails. In August 2025, the reality is clear. Alaska's airports are as safe and secure as any found across the United States. Despite the state's vast wilderness and remote locations, the aviation infrastructure here is modern, well-maintained, and constantly evolving to meet new challenges. Security is multi-layered, beginning with thorough TSA screening at every checkpoint and extending to advanced intelligence networks that monitor for potential threats around the clock. Surveillance cameras and digital monitoring systems add another level of protection. The incidents of recent years have tested these systems, but they've also proven their effectiveness. Threats were identified early, managed swiftly, and disasters were ultimately averted thanks to coordinated responses. A visible law enforcement presence, along with regular emergency drills, are not signs of chaos or fear, but rather of constant vigilance and preparedness. These efforts help ensure that everyone can travel with peace of mind. Travelers themselves play a crucial role in maintaining safety. By staying alert, being aware of their surroundings, and reporting anything unusual, they become an important part of the security network. If you see something, say something is more than just a catchy slogan. It's a vital principle that empowers everyone to help keep the skies safe. The rumors that circulated in 2025 serve as a powerful reminder of the importance of media literacy. In an age of instant information, it's essential to question sources, verify facts, and always seek the truth before reacting. Today, all major Alaskan airports are operating smoothly and efficiently. There are no widespread threats, and flights continue on schedule, connecting Alaska to the world. The real story here is one of resilience. Dedicated professional crews, robust safety protocols, and a commitment to keeping the skies above Alaska safe for everyone. Every year, millions of people fly safely to and from Alaska. The last frontier remains open, welcoming, and above all, secure for travelers from around the globe. When the first rumors of an incident at an Alaskan airport began to circulate, the story spread like wildfire across news outlets and social media. Within minutes, hashtags trended globally, and videos, some genuine, others misleading, racked up millions of views. News anchors speculated live on air, while armchair analysts on social platforms dissected every blurry photo and unverified claim. Misinformation thrived in the chaos. Some posts exaggerated the threat, while others downplayed the seriousness, creating confusion and anxiety for travelers and their families. Viral moments included dramatic eyewitness accounts, some real, some fabricated, that fueled the frenzy and made it difficult to separate fact from fiction. Amid the noise, official agencies worked swiftly to set the record straight. The FAA, TSA, and local authorities released real-time updates on verified channels, urging the public to rely only on trusted sources. Press conferences were streamed online, featuring calm, direct statements from officials designed to counter speculation and restore confidence. Media experts weighed in on the importance of media literacy, reminding viewers to pause before sharing unconfirmed reports. In the end, the incident became a case study in how information, both accurate and false, spreads in the digital age. It also highlighted the power of clear, honest communication during a crisis. The public's reaction was a mix of anxiety, skepticism, and relief as the facts emerged. For many, it was a wake-up call to question what they read online and to look for the truth behind the headlines. The media frenzy faded, but the lessons learned continue to shape how Alaskans and travelers everywhere respond to breaking news in a connected world. While the world watched headlines unfold, a different kind of work was taking place far from the cameras. Investigators from multiple agencies converged on the Alaskan airport, launching a meticulous inquiry into the incident. Their first task: gather evidence from every corner of the terminal and runway, reviewing hours of security footage and collecting physical clues. Airport security officers were interviewed, recounting their actions minute by minute. Law enforcement officials mapped out the timeline, double-checking reports against surveillance logs. Aviation experts joined the effort, analyzing flight data and cockpit recordings for any sign of technical failure or human error. As the investigation progressed, new findings began to emerge. Forensic teams ruled out mechanical sabotage, and interviews with staff confirmed that strict security protocols had been followed. Rumors of a coordinated attack were dispelled. There was no evidence to support the most alarming theories that had spread online. Instead, investigators identified a combination of factors: a minor equipment malfunction, quickly addressed by the crew, and a misinterpreted radio transmission that had triggered the initial alarm. These details, shared in official briefings, helped calm public fears and set the record straight. Behind the headlines, the collaborative work of specialists brought clarity to a chaotic situation. Their findings not only resolved the mystery, but also informed new guidelines to prevent similar misunderstandings in the future. For investigators, it was another reminder that the truth is built on patience, expertise, and teamwork, often out of sight but essential to public trust. As the dust settled, the true impact of the incident became clear, not just in what happened, but in what was learned. Key takeaways from the investigation prompted immediate changes in airport security protocols. Communication channels between cockpit crews and ground control were reviewed and streamlined, reducing the risk of misinterpretation. Routine training sessions were updated, ensuring that staff knew exactly how to respond to ambiguous or high-stress situations. Experts weighed in, highlighting the importance of technology upgrades and ongoing drills. They emphasized that while Alaska's airports already met high security standards, there's always room for improvement. Additional safeguards were put in place, from advanced monitoring systems to clearer emergency procedures for both staff and passengers. Ultimately, this incident served as a wake-up call, a reminder that even minor missteps can spiral into major scares. But it also showcased the aviation industry's resilience and commitment to learning from every challenge. Thanks to swift action and collaborative expertise, the skies over Alaska and around the world are safer today than ever before.